This is Archer Daniels Midland Company. We ended the day at $52.70. To the north side from where we are takes us to 2 standard deviations and a gap that begins at 52.87. This is resistance and a potential take profit area. Above that, at 3 standard deviations, is $53 and roughly 15 cents. A gap forms there to the downside, which I'll get to in a second. And this gap closes out at roughly $53.32. And 4 standard deviations and another level of resistance and potential take profit area, 53.44. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend and the baseline, 52.33. That gap closes to the downside at 52.22. Negative 2 standard deviations and another level of support and potential buy-in area, 51.77, 51.49, and roughly 51.21. The company reports earnings on Friday, and if it does well, this gap should possibly fill to the upside. But if it doesn't, then obviously we could hit these points to the south side. RSI is on its way up, not quite oversold just yet. And let me show you what the triple Qs look like today. We are at $432.81. And I will change this out. Oops, doesn't want to. There we go. We've got a gap that will take us to the south side. So we've got a landmine to the south side to be aware of. This could be a potential short trade, or if you're trying to buy in, this would be a better price to do so. That is at roughly 429.67 and closes out at negative 4 standard deviations, so roughly 427.65. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It ran today a little bit there, up 2% for the day. This is a moving target. So why don't I just flip this over to the 15-minute time frame to slow us down a little bit. But right here, we are at 43.46 roughly. So to the north side takes us to resistance and a potential take profit area at 46.15, 46.890, 47.273. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend, 45.754. Ignore those white lines. Those are previous support and resistance lines for me. 44.998 and 44.622, 44.237. And that is a look at Bitcoin.